Hello ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy Tom Origins here, and in today's video we will be talking about GTA 6 theories, fan theories, what Rockstar have told us, all the rumours and all the speculation and all the fun theories that are revolving around GTA 6. We're going to break them down for you today and talk about them. The number one thing we need to discuss is the big theory going around at the minute that because GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online are doing so well, that GTA 6 will never come because of how popular and how successful GTA 5 Online is. Like, if Rockstar's making enough money from GTA Online, why would they make GTA 6 and GTA 6 Online and risk losing potential audience members? That's a load of nonsense. GTA is GTA, and everybody, young and old, gamers of all ages, know about Rockstar games and know the level of craft and success that they put into these games. We've waited for years and years for Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're waiting for years and years again for GTA 6, but eventually, it's important to remember, once it's ready, it will arrive. Rockstar Games are the best, in my opinion, best game studios out there right now, and they're not going to release a half-hearted attempt of a game. So whilst we wait, we're going to break down the theories, we're going to review it, and we're going to have a look at what possible rumours are solid and what aren't. One of the first rumours that I found hilarious, because I'm from the UK, was a London-themed GTA 6. GTA 6, kind of like Watch Dogs Legions, could maybe take place in a fun version of England. We've never seen that in the GTA series before. We could have Britain, Great Britain, we have London, Glasgow, Scotland, get the boat over to Ireland, and maybe have some DLC missions in Belgium and the Netherlands, and have it all located in the world and the fictional Rockstar universe of England. I don't think that's going to be popular. I think it's going to stick with GTA 6, as fun as it would be. I think we're going to stick with America for GTA 6. There's this theory going around of all the maps being glued together and potentially having all the different GTA 5 maps, new and old, being converged into one big open map and be able to travel and experience all the different ones. That could be quite a good concept. Bit heavy on Rockstar's side of things. I don't think they're going to go at that angle. I would like it if they did, but like the London idea and concept and theory, I don't believe they're going to do that. Recently, we've had some hints a little bit on GTA 5 Online through the new COPPA heist. We've had new NPCs show up, we've had new detailed characters, and we've had a big focus on one of the GTA 5 sub-characters that we'd not really talked about a lot, and he's only making headlines now. But that guy is Martin Madrazo and the Madrazo Mafia. It's a big group of criminal activity, a big family organisation in the GTA 5 Online universe. We met Miguel not too long ago in the single player, we met another member of the Madrazo Mafia, Javier. We have many Madrazo members show up, new and old, throughout the campaign and throughout the online mode of GTA 5. So it couldn't be too far from the truth that maybe we could see a little bit of a rewind. We could go back in time. We've seen modern GTAs with GTA 4 and GTA 5. We could be potentially heading back to the world of Vice City, which could be quite cool, set in the 70s or the 80s, similar to the era of Scarface and mob mafia gangster movies. We could have like something really exciting on our hands. A little bit less technological savvy, like in GTA 5 Online at the minute. We have laser beams, flying cars, and gravity guns, as fun as they can be for videos and friends. I don't think that's where GTA is going to continue to head. I think it needs to do something a bit more stripped back, a bit more basic, and a bit more set in reality. I feel that's what's going to divide a lot of fans. So there's been this renderer going around recently, a rendered image of a young Martin Madrazo, and he could potentially be a bit of a Tony Montana, Scarface protagonist set in the 70s and the 80s of Vice City, going around doing this mafia cartel. We could be heading to Brazil, a bit of like Pablo Escobar type vibes. I like this idea. I'm really interested in this type of history, and this part of a narrative could be played really well. And I think focusing on a GTA 5 character that you've had snuck away since 2013 could be a thing that Rockstar Games does, because they do like to do that. They like to poke fun at the fans. They like to keep us on our toes. And we've seen Martin, and we kind of just ignore him most of the time, but he's quite a big character in GTA 5 single player, and he's still around in GTA 5 Online. So there could be a solid connection here that Rockstar since 7 years ago, back in 2012, 2013, they've been teasing us that Martin was going to be quintessential to the main storyline of GTA 6, and some confirmed leaks have been that Martin could potentially even show up in the storyline. Even if he's not a playable protagonist, he could still show up. I am the artist behind, if you can even call it artwork, this picture here. It will be in the thumbnail of the YouTube video, but I took a picture of Tony Montana from Scarface, I flipped it in Photoshop, and I put the young Martin Madrazo's face over him. And this could be a male protagonist. He could be. Maybe it's not Martin, but maybe part of the Madrazo cartel could be a part of the single player. This could be something quite cool. You could have like the camp atmosphere and the group from the Red Dead 2, like how we all gathered around the campfire. We could all have like a hotel or a flat or a penthouse where all the members of the Madrazo Mafia are all situated together. Some of them are playable, some of them aren't. Kind of like with Dutch, Arthur, and John. We could have that sort of dynamic again, but set in the Red Dead universe, from the Red Dead universe, set in the GTA 5 universe. And I think this time era of the 70s and the 80s could be quite interesting, as there's going to be quite a lot of hyper-violence, there's going to be lots of, drugs, conflicts and wars and gang mortality. And I think we've lost a lot of that over the time. We've seen a lot of modern GTA stuff, and it's quite cool to have the jetpacks and the flying cars and stuff. But at the end of the day, I think for a bit of realism, a bit more immersion, I think we could definitely go back to the roots of GTA, what it used to be like. I've been speaking to a friend recently, my friend Jay, who played the top-down view version of GTA. I think he's like 10 years older than me, but he played the very first 3 GTAs, and he said it was mind-blowing when he first played Vice City, and he could actually go around in a 3-dimensional sort of atmosphere and see the world in that way. So I think maybe if Rockstar goes back to its roots a little bit, not as far back as top-down view, but I definitely think it could be cool to go back to seeing a bit more of a grounded reality based at GTA. I like the realism of GTA 4, it was quite funny still, quite humorous, but they had a lot of gritty reality to it, and I really think that GTA 6 needs to bring that to the table. So this could be our male protagonist, but a rumour that I'm also really excited about is the idea of a female protagonist. We've never had a female protagonist in GTA series games, and I think we definitely need to do more with these new viewpoints. We've seen what it was like to have 3 protagonists in Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. Very different, very diverse. But I think having just a split differential between the male and the female point of view in a GTA story could be quite intense and quite interesting. The idea that we've never had the chance to play as a female character through a single player could be quite an interesting story arc. And maybe the male and the female could interact, maybe they could be working together or opposing each other. I think it could be quite interesting. I got a picture from Uma Thurman, and again, doing the same artist work from before, I made this picture of a potential female protagonist, sort of like a Uma Thurman Pulp Fiction type character, but she's capable. She's not your stereotypical damsel in distress. She's not your quintessential overly sexualized character. She is a badass bitch with a gun who can mess people up just as bad as the men can. And I think that'd be really interesting to see 2 narratives, a female narrative and a male narrative, of what this world is like. And now obviously you can have an online character where you can customize their gender and do what you want with them, but I think as a single player narrative, to see a male versus a female viewpoint of the same storyline could be quite interesting. Following 2 different points of view in the same Rockstar universe, especially if it's like a gritty 1970s, 1980s sort of Mafia, Vice City type storyline, that could be quite interesting. And I feel like seeing 2 different viewpoints, both from a male's point of view and a female's point of view, of the same storyline, the same events, each one could narrate it slightly differently, and the play style and the gameplay could represent that. And I'd be quite interested to come back to this video once GTA 6 eventually does come out and break down what I've said here today and what other YouTubers have said, and try and see the similarities and differences in the theories and the ideas from the fans and the leaks from Rockstar themselves. But yeah, a male and a female point of view would be quite interesting in a GTA storyline, and I do believe it would be quite enjoyable to play. This is what the character selector wheel could look like. I'm sorry it's a bit rough, but I made it with my male version, my female version, and online, and then at the top it's just blank with the words character selection. Obviously you could have a 3rd potential protagonist, maybe like a lawman, a police officer, or a CIA agent who you could be playing as a 3rd narrative, a 3rd point of view. But if you want to keep it simple, keep it to its bare bones, nitty and gritty and reality set, I think male, female point of views of the same storyline, an option to have an online character as well, and I think that'd be quite awesome. I'd also like to see whether or not we'd have the ability to bring our GTA 5 online content into a new, like, revamped version of GTA Online, if it's going to be modern or it's set in the past. I'm looking forward to it. Rockstar games have always had a special place in my heart as being my first open world game that I've enjoyed playing, and Rockstar games will make a tremendous game in GTA 6. We just have to be patient, we have to keep speculating, keep coming up with fun theories, and sharing our ideas around online. So like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Goodbye. Switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia. Darling, I'm just so fed up with. What does perfect even mean?